Fine. See the second question. Religious indoctrination via digital media has resulted in Indian youth joining the ISIS. What is ISIS and its mission? You see again, anything of terrorism, internal security, it is having multiple questions. Don't miss those dimensions, please. Or else you will feel very repentant. These are very straightforward questions and I'm missing the dimensions. What is ISIS and its mission? How can it be dangerous to internal security of our country? So already two questions in the two sub questions. I am glad many of you are now, at least when compared to your first answers, you are exactly arriving at the sub questions. That's a good thing which is happening. So what is the framework for this question and what is the understanding of you for this question? What is religious indoctrination? What do you mean by religious indoctrination?
Brainwashing process through use of religious teachers or
Brainwashing,
literature.
brainwashing, religious fundamentalism or radicalism, what
sir.
do you want to call? Tell me.
Yes, sir. My framework would be justifying in the intro. Will add some facts or latest case study justifying the first statement. Then I will give a side of the ISIS and its mission and 3 or 4 points. Next step would be how this already we have given the mission and all. Then so from that I will give a side heading ISIS and its implications to internal security. Then 6 points. Then conclusions.
In this, you can write what can be done also.
Yes, sir. Yes.
What are the measures to be taken? You have to write.
Okay, sir.
You have to write what are the. See, in these kind of questions, the way forward should be future oriented, means solution oriented. Though the question is asking you only the problems, you give 1 or 2 solutions. It will look very matured of you. Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I am always reminding you of the same thing. Address the core demand of the question. Along with that, what are the important aspects? Give here. In history or geography or in proper politic questions, you will not have the scope. In society, internal security, threat by external state actors, non-state actors, there you can give proper solutions. That is the place where you can score the brownie points. Clear? So while answering all the dimensions of the question is one part, the another part is having certain measure oriented answers. Okay. So for this, what do you mean by, you can say that religious indoctrination has become a very big issue in the recent past. Okay. And then it has been radicalizing the youth across the world and creating global security concerns through terrorist attacks and impacting national security of many nations, including India. The modus operandi was, in primarily they are using digital media. Then side heading, what is ISIS and its mission? What is ISIS? It's a religious outfit which is having hardcore fundamentalistic views on the religion and to convert the world into Islamic Republic with Syria and Turkey as a caliphate. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
And then internal security issues. ISIS dash threat to internal security of India. What is that? Radicalization of youth in the northwestern part of the India, in the Kashmir, and also reaching out to vulnerable youth in the name of religion through dark web. Okay, and inviting people to Middle East, and from there they are being taken to the Syria and other places in the name of religion and serving the caliphate. Trafficking of women, and then creating issues of law and order and communalism in the country. Fedayeen attacks by the terrorist groups, disturbing the law and order of the country. All these are the security threats. So what can be the measures? Yesterday we discussed de-radicalization, counter-radicalization, skimming through the profiles of youth who are involved in this, putting an eye on dark web, cutting the finance to these organizations, proper intelligence tracking. All these can be measures. And what can be the conclusion? In order to stop the youth from going towards these religiously radical organizations, we need to focus on development. We need to create employment opportunities, and also have proper monitoring and surveillance mechanisms which can focus on the social media and the dark web, and parallelly coordinate with countries where these particular organizations are operating, so that we'll have the first-hand information. Fine, is that okay? Renuka, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, radicalization of youth. What is depreciation, ma? Depreciation of currency, you mean to say?
Yes, sir.
How do you relate that?
So, in the times of bomb blasts or any kind of attacks that have happened, we have faced a lot of crisis in the point of Indian currency. We even have a thing that due to the attacks, the value of the rupee will reduce in the international market. So I've wrote it in that line.
Okay, but that is a very indirect way of representing. Now we have many direct points which can be written.
Okay.
Okay, you have written a point which is an indirect implication of a terrorist attack.
Okay.
Okay, a terrorist attack temporarily will impact the economy, but it will not affect the economy or the depreciation as such. So you can write many direct points. Now we have discussed so many direct points. You can write them.
Okay, sir.
Measures to be taken. You can even talk about the border management in measures. Okay, you can talk about the social media security measures, tracking the dark web, more involvement of the agencies like RAW and IB. Okay.
Okay, sir.
In the conclusion, you can write, it's a threat not only to internal security, it is threat to the international security. So in the conclusion, you can write that all the nations can come together to have a proper plan which can be chalked out to address this particular issue.
Okay, sir.
Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.